Travel isn't about sightseeing.
You could video here, but everyone else seems to be doing it, so yeah.
Let me explain.
It's 5:15 a.m. Headed to Taj Mahal to see sunrise.
Don't get me wrong. I love sightseeing.
Very nice day. Quite a long line at the east gate.
There's a reason millions of people traveled halfway around the world to see the Taj Mahal, myself included.
And now I'm walking into the haze and the mist.
For starters, it's just so beautiful.
And it's got this magical, mystical feeling to it. Similar to Ayutthaya in the morning.
Amidst the cold morning mist and narrow corridors, a towering silhouette of perfectly symmetrical white stone comes into focus.
Look, Mom, where am I at now? It's the Taj Mahal. I promise it's not my phone. It's just a bit foggy because of the haze and the mist because it's in the morning. But it's very nice over here.
A structure whose red sandstone and marble shine even more brightly when face to face against the sun's first golden rays.
Here I am really up close to the Taj, and it's so beautiful.
Enhanced further by the perfectly trimmed gardens and the Yamuna River surrounding it.
And the exit after going through the mausoleum of Taj.
It also has a rich history. A 17-hectare mausoleum complex that took over 20 years and the combined effort of more than 20,000 artisans from all over the world.
Exactly the same depth.
All built in the name of love. Of a husband, the 5th Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, who had lost his wife, Mumtaz Mahal, a little too early. The Taj Mahal was a life highlight. And yet, it always seemed to me that travel was more than that. That my time in Agra couldn't be summed up only by a selfie with a Taj.
I got really mad that I was a bit late coming out of the fort.
Well, this is what happens when you focus too much on sightseeing. Let me explain. I chartered a tuk-tuk to take me around for the remaining half of the day. The driver insisted we go to Agra Fort, Medtab Gardens, and the Baby Taj, all in the span of 3 to 4 hours.
Namaste, my friends. We are outside Agra Fort. Feeling a bit low energy today as I'm thinking about life. But yeah, I wanted to show you how the outside of the fort looks like.
Any worries about the future were quickly replaced by admiration for the Agra Fort. 38 hectares of beautiful red sandstone that turned golden with the sun. Highlighting its unique hand-carved designs on every pillar and arch.
A moment of silence too.
It was a fortified hub for the Mughal dynasty, rich with history, captured in its guard towers,
I've been where they stationed some cannons or artillery.
entrance ramp,
I just crossed the entry ramp. They structured it in a way that it creates a lot of echo, so if intruders try to enter through that ramp, basically they can't, it makes too much sound.
courtyards, and even study halls. More than anything, however, I enjoyed exploring the fort by myself, at my own pace.
I got you, Taj. Bam. Fort was built.
But going at your own pace wasn't a given. It was something you had to be firm about.
Without guts, nothing inside.
Sorry.
Nothing inside. See, you can see. 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 500 rupees.
Sorry.
Everything.
Sorry.
Especially when people disagreed with you.
I got really mad that I was a bit late coming out of the fort. But he did have a point, you know, since I came out a bit late, I missed the Baby Taj. But I didn't want to do all of them, you know. I wanted to do a few, enjoy my time, take it slow a bit. And I was telling him, I can't help it, you know. I'm in India once in my life.
And as my driver sat there berating me, it became even more clear. This is my journey. I can't travel according to someone else. I need to do this for myself. And for the rest of the trip, that's exactly what I did. So what did I realize in this Agra trip, which also served as a milestone marking the end of my 3 weeks backpacking India? Well, for me, travel is an experiment, one that pushes you outside of your comfort zone.
And I can't say I feel particularly safe, but you just smile and you hope that everyone's kind, or will be kind once you give them 50 rupees and they leave you alone. I'm finally here in Agra. Definitely busier than Udaipur.
In the past 3 weeks, I've often had to be alert while walking unfamiliar streets.
Kami. Philippines, namaste. Dhanyavad. I'm walking through this narrow street right now because I was supposed to be dropped off at my hostel. He promised me 100. Then he said it will drop me 500 meters away. Then it became 850 meters. So I have to walk for 12 minutes. And instead of 100, he asked for a tip. He said it has to be 50. I only gave him 40. And then a bit frustrated, but I guess it's quite far, like 5 kilometers for 150 rupees wasn't so bad. But at the same time,
During mishaps, I've learned to be open yet alert whenever I would need to rely on strangers for help.
like my body just naturally knows as I'm about to touch down after a railway and reach the tuk-tuks that it's bargain season time. And this is how it is. Philippines, my friend. Namaste. Thank you. Apa nam kya hai?
Talib.
Talib. Okay, Talib, give us a free ride. Thank you. What kind of food do you sell there? Like biryani, thali? Sorry, my bag's too heavy. We're really near the Joyce Hostel now, thanks to... Dhanyavad. This one, okay. Thank you. Yeah, much closer now thanks to Talib, and I'll visit his restaurant later. A lot of good reviews. Okay. A lot of good reviews in the restaurant. Korean, Japanese food, so let's check it out. Joyce Hostel, Dhanyavad.
Thank you.
Aapa naam kya hai?
मेरा नाम सलीम.
Sunil.
आपका नाम क्या है?
Mera naam Lance.
Lam, very nice name.
Nice to meet you.
Travel also helps you discover something beautiful where you least expect it. Like beautiful places,
To see within is to feel without a lie. Who'd have thought that we break the things we like?
and local dances.
Happy Diwali! Woo! Learning some Indian dance moves. Hey! Hey! Hey!
And some interesting food.
Great restaurant because my friend earlier, Khalid, gave me a free ride. I'm trying some katsudon.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. I don't know if it looks like katsudon, but we try it anyway. The chicken looks like tandoori chicken. The egg is okay, the onions are okay. The rice is biryani, but the chicken's a bit too salty. But it's okay.
Travel teaches you to find human connection with whomever you meet, wherever you go.
Namaste.
इसलिए यहाँ पे मंदिर देखो.
I befriended my train conductor.
Very friendly.
मेरा नाम हरेंद्र कुमार निरंजन.
Harin Kumar.
निरंजन.
Naranjan. Very nice guy.
I interviewed Joni, the owner of a popular restaurant in Agra.
I am with Joni, 55, running this restaurant in Agra.
Yeah, more. My papa.
How did you learn to cook a Western dish, Korean food?
Yeah.
How did you learn?
Also, I met before Israeli food also.
Where did
This
you?
island called people. So I'm very from
Philippines.
Philippines. You are going to make one dish like this. Then I said, come with us, kitchen.
Okay.
Then we met Indian, I remember.
And you speak many languages.
I speak French little.
French,
I speak Hebrew,
Hebrew.
Israel. My son is teacher French.
Wow.
Teacher, yeah, he go to school. No, this one. Night time is one another son. Maybe this morning is order.
want to speak Chinese?
Yeah, he. Howcher?
Mutton biryani. Very good.
Thank you, Sheshi.
谢谢。Good oil.
Good oil, good food, great food.
What's your favorite food?
This one, malai kofta, paneer pasanda.
Okay,
yeah.
I try it later for dinner.
Yeah, no problem.
come
But
back.
you eat many times my plate.
Yeah, twice already.
Yeah.
I tried the mutton biryani.
Mutton biryani. You like it?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I like it.
And Indian style mutton biryani more good. Chicken biryani.
Ah, yeah, I like
Indian
it. I
style.
want to try Indian style later.
Indian style. You tell my son. Indian one is spicy but
Spicy?
good.
Okay, try it. Mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
It's for Philippines.
Mabuhay.
Yeah.
Mabuhay.
Thanks for the food. I'll come back later.
I was even reunited with Yuriko, who I helped out in Jodhpur when she was lost.
So I met Yuriko in the train.
It's really a coincidence.
Another coincidence. I met Yuriko in Jodhpur, just in the train. I was helping her get on the train.
Yeah,
And
it
now-
was a great help.
Yeah, and now we're in Varanasi and we didn't plan it. She opened the door, then I see her again. So, yeah, really nice to see Yuriko.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah, Yuriko is traveling by herself, so you guys should try it too.
Yeah, arigato.
And most important, travel helps you discover yourself.
Oh, Delhi, let's go to Leh Ladakh. Going to be very cold. Yeah, Delhi flight to Leh. So cold. Oh no! Excited for Leh. The next few days from now we're gonna be boom, boom, boom really fast because I'll need to adapt to what Leh is like. I'll need to adapt to Nepal. I won't have a lot of time to really think, I think so much as there's a lot gonna be going on. I really need to be fully focused in surviving and adapting to the climate. It's crazy that 3 weeks have gone by. It feels longer and at the same time it feels short, you know. I'm very lucky to be able to have this experience, but I'm also just so hungry to do a bit more of this. There's never been anything more in my life that I felt so strongly that I'd like to do just a bit more of, and I just enjoy traveling so much, meeting people, learning about this big world, and being an explorer, hiking, nature, everything in between. You know, one of the reasons I really encourage solo travel as well is sometimes to figure out what it is your heart wants, you need to give your heart, your mind, your soul, your inner voice, your inner child, whatever you'd like to call it, enough space to speak up. You need to give it enough silence so that you can hear. And usually when you're in some traditional confines, like family, society, your home country, with a group of friends, you don't really hear that voice because you're often used to thinking, at least me personally, oh, if I suddenly stand up while I'm having drinks with these guys, I'll be rude and I'll interrupt the party. If I suddenly want to grab dinner at a different time from when my family wants to grab dinner, it's weird and messes up the schedule and makes people angry. If I suddenly want to stop while I'm going on this group tour with friends to take a few more photos of this silly rock, it's gonna be weird. And I think it's basically fear, you know, a lot of fear of not fitting the mold, doing something different, doing something new. But when you're by yourself, like me right now, sitting in this bus stand, no one's there to say anything. No one gives a shit. No one's watching. And all of a sudden, it becomes easier to just talk about your feelings, talk about what's in your head. Because I'm giving myself that space and that silence, that sacredness, that comfort zone, that safe space for what my heart really wants to do to emerge. And it's hard to become spontaneous, I think, especially if you grow up following the rules, being a good kid, studying in school, following all the playbook. It's hard to break out of that sometimes, especially if you're a people pleaser, you know. But when you travel solo, there's no one. There's no one to disappoint because you're not committing to anything. I don't have to join this group. I don't have to follow this tour guide. I don't have to follow this agenda. I don't have to see everything. I can just spend a day inside the hostel doing nothing if I want to. And everyone who's traveling solo also understands this. That's why we're traveling solo, because we want to have that level of freedom that's not always easy to access back at home, back in the city, back in the routine. Join us for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, 2, 3 if it fits. If you gotta do something for a while, shoot a video, take a selfie, do something weird, go ahead. And then you can join us after. It's perfectly fine. If you haven't given yourself a lot of time to just listen to what your heart says and impulsively just boom, I want to try this, go do it, see if you like it. If you haven't given yourself enough time to do that, I do really encourage a bit of solo travel. Because who would have known? Who would have known that I prefer mountains over the beaches if I hadn't just gone and did it? If I hadn't gone to the beach and said to my friends, you know what, I'll leave a day early, I don't like it so much, let me fly to the mountain. And I can do it because I plan everything on my own, I book things on my own, I travel by myself. Who would have known that I like to learn languages if I didn't fly to India and just try to speak Hindi, you know? If I booked a tour company and just listen to the tour guide all day. Who would have known that sometimes I like to talk to people, new people, strangers, and sometimes I like to be totally by myself, and I'll stand up from a group and say, hey guys, I've chatted you for an hour, I gotta do some stuff for a bit, and I'll walk off to a corner and just write, read, use my laptop for 2 hours. No, who would have known? And it also kind of forces you to have this bias for action, because if I don't book the train, if I don't find food, if I don't find a hostel, I'm just gonna be stuck. No one's gonna book it for me. I'm gonna be hungry, broke, on the street. Crucial to learning more about yourself, and crucial to learning more about what you want and what you want to get out of this one life. And yeah, it's hard to digest everything, it's hard to process everything as you're traveling day by day. But I just want to say thank you to India, thanks for all the people who I've met, all the experiences, both good and bad. More good than bad, luckily. It's been a wild ride. They always have a special place in my heart. And I do hope I can visit someday again, because there's just so much left to explore. And yeah, I hope you guys, some of you watching this, I hope you learn a bit from the videos. I hope it's helpful, slightly entertaining maybe, I don't know, me acting like a doofus in camera. But definitely if there's some pointers you think I need to improve on, I know my camera angle's not the best, and my description of food is very elementary. But yeah, to those of you that like to watch this, that see something new or interesting, I'll definitely try to work on that.
Okay, last stop, Leh Ladakh. Let's go. Chalo.
To live without